pops up.
Hello and happy Sunday, everyone. I'm here with Amanda from Clear Coding with Amanda, and we like to get together and do clearings because that's our jam. And so we have planned to do quite a few clearings, but we decided to do a live money block clearing because we just had these retrogrades and we still have planets in retrograde, but now that Mercury is direct, there's like a huge energy of money wanting to come through for people, especially energetically backed up, you know. And that's another thing we can clear too, Amanda, is like clearing anything that was blocked, whether it be like, yeah, money pulls. There you go. So I'm so excited. Jump on in.
Yeah. So as things come up, I'm gonna post them in our chat so that we can just have it together. So one thing I thought we could do today is do some money polls. And if people haven't done that before, it's a really easy way. It's an easy tool. Anybody can do it at any time. And so we'll do that later on. But this is our little to-do list we have in our little chat. So as things come up, I'll post it in here. So if you see me typing, that's what I'll be doing. But like Rada said, money has been coming up, and I just had this epic advisory roundtable that I hold every Sunday, and money, of course, came up. I never know what's going to come up in those meetings, but of course, money did. And Rod and I were just talking about money earlier this morning, and we were doing some clearings on it. And then in my roundtable, and then an ancestor came in. So I know the ancestors are here to help guide us and help us get past our money blocks. Because if you're not aware, some money blocks are passed down from our ancestors. So Rod and I have done so much work around clearing from past lives, from ancestors, from like just different things that people hold on to.
Get inherit, right? We
Yeah,
just
we inherit it. Yeah. Anyway, so we thought let's jump on. Let's do a quick little Zoom and see what needs to come up. So one of the things that, excuse me, I'm already burping, so it's already like coming up the energies. I know this energy is like really strong. So Roddick started coughing like really hard when we were talking. I said, "Oh, that's the money block that is in your, throat chakra. So all about speaking your truth." I said, "So we need to clear that." So if if it's coming up for us, it's coming up for everybody. So I thought, well, let's do some clearing with that.
if so we're a lot of times like we're empaths and we're healers, so we feel the collective energy too. That's why when we do sessions for somebody else, sometimes we will literally burp because they have this little blockage and it's like it needs to clear out, but sometimes it doesn't process through their body if it's really stuck. So sometimes we will be like, move. And that just means, yeah, we just had a clear.
Yeah. We may not know what it is, but also you can yawn as well, and that's a major thing. If you're around a lot of people and you're like, oh, you're yawning, I'm like, I'm so tired. No, it's just because you're absorbing everybody else's energy, and you're a transmuter, so you're transmuting all that energy. Well, all right, first things first. We wanted to clear the throat chakra in speaking your truth. So so this is all about money and speaking your truth. So I have a little chart here that I use is the emotion code chart. So the first thing, and I use my pendulum, so we're going to just tap into the collective, and we're going to say, like, what's the number one thing that is causing us to not speak our truth regarding money, our money blocks? Okay, so column A, column B, odd row, even row, 2, 4, 6. Okay. Well, my phone is stuck. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the number one is feeling worthless. Okay, and this comes up for a lot of people. And what this comes up is serving no purpose. So it's like one of those things, like we come here for a divine purpose and a divine mission. And when we're not doing that, when we're not in alignment with our purpose, then it creates money blocks. in our lives because we feel like we're not worthy. We're worthless. Like, what are we doing here? Like, so your purpose and the worthiness, they go hand in hand. Okay. Whew, that's a lot right there. I mean, honestly, there's so many people that are just working a job and they're not doing their purpose. So, like Rada and I are both service workers, right? And most of us are, right, Rada? Like most of us are service workers.
So, the other thing is, so when people think about the thing that they love, they also think that they can't make money that way, that they can only make money doing the thing that they don't like because earning money is torture, like that's a belief system, So we're gonna clear some of those out, and then we're also gonna do downloads, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So let's release the worthlessness, right? Of serving no purpose. I'm going to use the access consciousness clearing statement, which is right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povids, and beyonds. And if you ever want to look that up, you can go to I think it's theclearingstatement.com. I think is what that is. So, anyways, it just tells you what I'm saying because I say it really fast and people are like, what are you saying? And it's like, I just want to release everything. So I talk really fast. So, all right. So, everything that brings this up for to clear our throat chakra for feeling worthless and serving no purpose, let's choose to uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion. So, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povids, and beyonds.
Yeah, I feel. Whew.
Wow. 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 Wow.
You can feel it right away. It's just automatic. You'll feel like the body almost needs new breath. And then I have my selenite wand and I kind of clear
Oh,
too.
okay, cool.
Yeah, we can clear different ways. You can clear also
Yeah.
with magnets, pendulums, and selenite sticks. Like
Mhm.
you imagine that you're clearing it out with your hand too. It's really powerful.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you for that reminder because you could just take a magnet from your refrigerator. It doesn't
Mhm.
have to be
And
special. And you can, yep, put it over your governing meridian. So you kind of start like here and work your way back. And what that does is it causes like a ripple effect in your meridians and it allows the emotions to be released. So, I mean, of course, Rada and I are doing it for you right now. So you don't have to because we're doing it. But if you want to do it with us, then
yes,
I
that's
mean, that's
good.
perfect.
Just
Yeah.
grab a magnet and start sweeping it over you as we're clearing.
Yeah. All right. So, Rada, do we have any kind of divine downloads for that one or
Yeah, we do. So, this is about feeling worthy. So, let creator, so we're gonna download what it feels like to know your worth and to value yourself completely. And you can say, I know my worth and I value myself completely. I know how to, when to, and that it's possible to, and that I'm so worthy of knowing my value and valuing myself completely. I honor and value myself. I'm just going to ask Creator to download that into our body, into our energy field, into our system. It's kind of like a new program that's coming in. And we're going to download what it feels like to feel worthy and deserving of love, respect, and success. So downloading, I know how to feel deserving of love, respect, and success. I know how to, when to, and that it's possible to, and that I am worthy and deserving of love, respect, and success.
wow, that's so powerful. So powerful. As the downloads were coming in, I could feel almost like my teeth vibrating.
Ooh,
Really
nice.
powerful. Very powerful. Wow. Thank you, Rada. Ooh, all right. Who's next? What's next? So we're talking about speaking truth and money blocks, but there's another like specific money block. So this is for the collective. So it's not on this chart. So sometimes we have to do some investigation, like, all right, so it's not on this chart. Let's go in and find it. Okay, so it's actually an entity that is causing this.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Right, exactly. So let's see what this is. So every time I yawn, I'm releasing energy from everyone. It's not that I'm tired. So what I'm using now is I'm using the Easy Entity Release app. Okay. So this is it can be kind of long. So and we can go this takes us down like a little rabbit hole. So I am going to be talking pretty fast. So don't worry about what I'm doing because it's just the way I go through things. So there's a list. I just ask 1 through 5. Okay. 6 through 10, 10 through 15. Okay. Wait, 10 through 15. Okay, let's jump into 16. So 16 is a dark entity. Okay. So it's a dark entity. Wow. Now, if you are empaths like Rada and I, you might get a vision, and that's good. Like, hold that vision. You can type it in the comments because we like to hear about those things. So, this is a dark entity. You know what I almost envision is almost like Batman. Does that make sense? It's kind of like the dark shadow Batman, kind of. I mean, I know Batman's supposed to be good, but it's that's what I'm envisioning when this is coming in. So, it's just a dark entity. Okay, so we want to know what kind of dark entity this is. So 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 15, 16 through 20. All right, of course. It's a fallen angel. All right, fallen angel.
They're all up in all business, everything.
When I got like the Batman, because it was like this, the whole little.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a the type of biblical dark entity consciousness. So that's what was coming through. It was like a whole consciousness, like a template. So what is this? So 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 15, 16 through 20, 21 through 25, 26 through 30, 31 through 35, 36. So 36 is other. So it's just something that maybe we're not aware of yet and is coming in. And I know Rod and I were working before where there was templates coming in and we all get our own divine downloads. So this might be something that just we haven't like discovered yet, right? So that's why it comes in as other. All right. Oh, but there's something else on here too. I knew 2 things were coming up. So that's okay. So let me see what else is on here. So we have the other, which could show up later in this, but let's see what else there is. 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 15, 16 through 20. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 19. Wow. All right. So the other is okay. So this is the king of the bottomless pit.
That sounds intense. The bottom,
Yeah.
well, that sounds about right on this
That
earth.
sounds right? When we're talking about money, it's like the bottom, sometimes our bills and our debts are like the bottomless pit. We have to keep. Okay. Whew, this one wanted to come out, but the other one was stronger. So it's kind of like they're paired together. So whatever this other biblical entity is, and then the king of the bottomless pit are working together in conjunction for money block.
It's kind of like a looshing factory because
Yeah.
like this feeling of not getting ahead, and then this like it's like a game that they set up so only they win.
Mhm.
And then basically they lose from all the grief and sadness that people feel. That's so uncool. So we got to clear that. We're not going to feed these demons anymore.
Exactly. And and sometimes they set you up to think that you're going to win, but in the end,
Yeah.
it's set up for their design, right?
False agreements, promises from the dark and stuff.
Mm.
And big old promises only to let them down in the end.
Mhm. Exactly. So the underlying cause of this is unresolved past trauma, and they use that against us, right? Always the past trauma. So it asks when. So it's not giving me a when, so we can skip this one. So is there a body part or a system that's affected by this? I'm getting a yes. So 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 15, 16 through 20, 21 through 25, 26 through 30, 31 through 35, 36 through 40, 41, 42, 43. Okay. Okay, I always have a problem with saying this word. So it's the maybe it's that same one that we talked about last week. I can never say it. It's the integumentary system. Am I saying that right? I'm gonna put in the chat
Put it
so
in the
that
chat.
you,
Let me see it. Okay.
because I never can say that into. Anyways, that's what it is.
Integum integumentary system.
Yeah. It's INTEGUMENTARY. For people that are listening that know what that is. So yeah,
I'm gonna look that up.
integumentary system. But this has come up in the past with money blocks as well. So
An organism system that includes hair, skin, nails, and associated glands. The system serves several essential functions, such as protecting the body from external damage, regulating body temperature, and facilitating sensory perception.
nice. I have been hot today. And I'm like, and I knew it had to do with the money. Because I
Same
was like,
here. I was like, all of a sudden I got so hot and I'm like, what's going on? I was like, I feel like there's a clearing.
yeah,
And I didn't really check into what it was, but I am usually always running cool.
yeah, me
So
too.
I was surprised. And if it was really hot, like everything, and I was like, oh, it's usually means sometimes things are burning out of our system, like old energies, old beliefs. So I guess we're here for a breakthrough, you guys. Together.
So I'm
Together.
gonna ask if there's any chakras affected. I'm getting a no, so we're gonna skip through that. We're gonna ask why. Can we ask why this happened? So let's just see. 1 through 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So this is for it's the intent to harm.
Ooh, yeah.
Intent to harm. Yeah. All right. So let's go to the next one.
I feel like all these micro beliefs coming up while you're talking. Um,
Uh-huh.
money is bad. Just like all these little micro beliefs that sit in our back of our head, and they're there all the time, but we don't think about it, you know?
If those pop up, Rada, can you put them in the chat so we can make sure we don't forget to clear them?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, so the reason, what is this? So 1 through 5, 6 through 10. All right, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wow. So this is a reprogramming.
All right.
Reprogramming. But that means we were reprogrammed from
Mm.
our original creation, right? So we were kind of hijacked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at my pendulum's like, yes, you were
Yes.
hijacked.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So symptoms, let's see if there's symptoms that we can release too. So 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 15, 16 through 20. Okay. Wow.
What is it?
It's the hatred of God.
Ooh, that's heavy. And I mean,
And
I
listen, that makes perfect sense, right? Because the fallen angels did not want us to have a connection with God. They actually hated us because we were God's creation, and they were mad that God gave like Adam and Eve, or Adam, dominion over us. They thought that they should have the dominion over us.
fallen. Well, they in a way they have, because they do siphon from the fallen always siphon from the organic beings. That's
Yeah.
that's like that's just the way it's been. So we
Yeah.
actually have to stop the siphoning cords, pull them.
Yep.
Uh,
Woo. All right. So there's face sales here, or fail safes. Let's see what it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
whew.
So the fail safes is will never be released. Will never be released. I mean, that's their intention, right? Their intention is that that will never be released, that we'll never find it. Wow, my gosh, that is crazy. Ugh, it's so heavy. Like
Yeah.
I feel like my tongue is heavy.
Mhm. I can, yeah,
So you
also
can take a little, is it, yeah, inside here,
jaws too. Like I can feel the jaw, like the
the
clench.
jawline.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Um,
Wow, we're clearing lots and lots and lots. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna clear and release.
whew.
All right. So it says the cancellation release phrase signify the command part of the phrase and should be spoken out loud with full intention, commitment, and strong willed focus to clear all dark entities and spirit attachments. You're invoking the universal law of free will. You have the power to clear and purify your physical and energy bodies of entity parasites. You are reclaiming your sovereignty when you make these declarations of autonomies. And so it is. So we're going to ask what part of the consciousness wants to witness and or assist the cancellation release process. So now this is from the um entity release. So if you haven't heard that, this is where it's coming from, okay? So we call upon source, God consciousness, and the council of light beings on earth, and I ask for your assistance to expel the fallen angel from our beings, from the collective, okay? So I'm going to rephrase a little bit of this, okay? So I hereby declare the identified fallen angel that we as a collective are entangled with on all levels and dimensions in this lifetime, past lifetimes, and future incarnations be taken to the galactic center to be contained or recycled back to source consciousness. I also now clear any energetic imprints, threads, cords, tethers, or bindings that would keep us, the collective, stuck in this dark entity patterning and are not in balance and harmony with who we are now, who we want to be, and who we want to be in the future. And so it is. Ooh. All right. So we're going to close our eyes and we're just going to breathe. Waiting for that to be cleared.
Yawning is not. I feel like a yawning machine at the moment.
I know. I feel so much energy right through here.
Mhm.
But now something's coming up from a past life. So let's wait to talk to that in just a second because we want to go and just make sure that this fallen angel has been released, which I get a yes. Okay, so now we want to bring the light essence back to the collective. Okay, so I now bring the light essence of who we are back into the collective body, into every cell of our beings. All right, so let's just breathe that in. All right, now let's go into that. We got to see the past life. So what's coming up for me is just the beginning of time,
Mhm.
from the beginning of time. Okay, so past life, beginning of time. All right, so Rada, this is where you come in. So Creator wants us to download
Yes.
with forgiveness from like what has happened so that the collective can do a sense of forgiveness to these fallen angels, and then also just like envelop us. Like I just see like this white dome surrounding us, and then just fill it with unconditional white divine love is what I'm getting.
Wow. Okay. So, creator, let's just do a download. So, for all listening, if you'd like to receive this download, we're going to download what it feels like through creator's perspective and understanding to be able to experience forgiveness for ourselves and for the fallen angels and all the dark beings that have really interfered on our path, in our abundance, from our divine state of being. So we're going to download what it actually feels like to bring in this. I see now this beautiful like golden light, and it's kind of wants to come into our vessel and come into our heart. And we're being downloaded now with this higher frequency that allows us to immediately feel more abundant. And because we feel more abundant, we are able to have generosity in our forgiveness, because that's what's needed. Is what I'm hearing. So now we can download what it feels like to forgive the past, the fallen, with grace and ease, that we know how to, when to, that it's possible, that we're worthy and deserving of forgiving for ourselves. Ourselves now. We're forgiving for ourselves so that we can create greater space within us. It's not about them, it's about us, so that we can really embody a more expanded state of abundance and receiving. Because the vision I'm seeing is like everybody's been kind of like shut down, and so we haven't been able to even receive because of the trauma. So I'm here, so I'm getting a download, and this is a statement download. Okay, so we're going to do releasing statement. I release and clear all limiting beliefs, fears, and blocks related to my self-worth and financial abundance. I let go of any programming that does not support my highest good, including any negative patterns or experiences that have affected my sense of value and financial prosperity. Take a deep breath. I'm kind of like, I feel like these mothballs of darkness inside of everybody, kind of like they're grayish, and they want to just be released. So take a deep breath all the way down to your root and relief out and let it go. And just we're gonna do just a return to divine abundance download. I return to my natural state of divine abundance. I return to my natural state of divine abundance, where I am fully aligned with my true self-worth and financial prosperity. I embrace the infinite flow of love and abundance that is my birthright. And just take a deep breath and just take that in now as you're breathing in, and expand. And then release all the heavy stuff. And you're going to feel like more energy, more breath. It's almost like your breath becomes, you can almost feel like your body wants to breathe more, bigger.
And expand more.
And expansion is what I keep seeing, is that reset and expand is what's happening. Because we've been in a contracted state for so long, and we really have to let this come through our body and our hearts and our minds. And so we're using all of our facilities to allow this shift to happen now.
Wow. Ooh, that's beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just looking at my little list here. And if you guys are feeling like more activity in your third eye, your crown chakra, it's normal. It's normal because it's been blocked, for so long. So those feelings, those tingling, or sometimes you'll feel like fuzzy. Like I don't really know how to explain it, but you'll feel like kind of fuzzy in there. It's just the energies are kind of waking back up. Those synapses are like in the nerve endings are like, oh, I've been asleep for so long. Now we are doing like, it's almost like, I don't want to say almost, it is reprogramming your DNA back to the way it was supposed to be. And that's like the feelings that you're getting. So I get a huge yes with that. What my pendulum's like, yep, that's the way. Okay. So one of the things that Rada and I were downloaded with was the ancestors wanted to come in. Okay. So we have lots of ancestors. They have lots of programmings. They have lots of fears. They have lots of taboos. They have lots of superstitions. I mean, lots of core negative beliefs that have been passed down to us. All right. So let's just take a few moments to kind of see. Yes. So we're going to go to the emotion code chart and we're going to go to column B, odd row, even row, 2, 4. We're back in 6. Pride, shame, shock. So this is shock from the ancestors. So let's see where the to feel traumatized. So shock and to feel traumatized. Okay. All right. So to feel traumatized. And then do we need to know anything else about that? Nope. All right. So we are thanking our ancestors for coming in first and foremost. And we're thankful and grateful and honored that we get to release that from everyone. So we're feeling honored that they come in and trust us with this. So everywhere this is, we're going to choose to uncreate and destroy it all. So right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shores, boys, bobbies, and beyonds. Oh, all right. So nothing else from the ancestors right at this moment. They're like, okay, that's good. That's good.
Please.
They're pleased with that. So nothing else with that. Okay. We are going to release the fear of people talking about money. So this is just, you know, even saying like, the fear of just talking about money, everything has to be secretive, everything has to be hush hush, like you can't tell people what you make or what you don't make, or a fear of people being jealous of you or talking down on you because you don't make enough. I mean, all of those we've been in, you
Whether
know
your side, there's judgment, lots of judgment.
lots of judgment with everything what that is. Okay. um the fear of having too much, because then what happens, people find out and then they come and take it from you, or they come and rob you, or whatever. People have been hurt over money because you know the other party maybe hasn't had enough and they're jealous and they need it, they act out of desperation. So let's release all those feelings, especially the desperation, and then the fear of like not having enough money, not having enough for each month that's coming up. One of the core negative beliefs are um, it's not a core negative belief, it is it's a trauma energy, and it's, I don't have enough, there's not enough money. Oh, I'm not saying it right. It's like, oh, there's more month than money. There's
Oh,
more month than money, right? So it's that trauma energy that's being created here. And as you know, with everything going up and up and up, everything's on the rise, but our income's staying the same. Okay. So, and I know that's a limited point of view, but right now, collectively, that's kind of where we're at. So we want to clear that, okay, to break through that income level. Okay.
justice too.
Yes, the injustices of all of that. And we worked a lot on that last week with the injustices of money and economics and things like that. So we'll pull that into, so everywhere where we have believed that we don't have enough money, we can't create more money, we can't bring more money, we don't have enough talents, gifts, to create more money flowing in. or that we have to only receive money from our jobs,
Mm.
right? That we don't have any other way of making more money. Let's just bring all those energies up right now, and everything that is, let's choose to run whose structures, what systems, and whose systems. We're going to run the big five energies on that, and everything that is, we're going to choose to uncreate and destroy it all. So right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povas, and beyonds. Wow. Woo. That was big, 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 big. I feel a lot in my crown chakra, right in here, like little shooting pains. Really good. All right.
Look, I really feel in the jaw like there's like so much here.
Yeah.
Um, and a memory came back. Remember when we did a clearing about also that came up about our past lives when I think it was either Ireland or I think
Mhm.
Ireland or yeah, Ireland and the castle that I showed you a picture. And that in that lifetime we had been run out of that place. So we were kind of traumatized from being so abundant, having so much wealth, and then being so you know, kind of ostracized, like outcasted, you know, or taken over because of the wealth.
Exactly.
Taken over.
Exactly. Yeah, and we were frozen in time. Remember, it was a curse. We were frozen in time in that life. So that's and we released that. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And that is what is being shown now, that that's released. And so now we have to clear these other money blocks so that we can,
Yes.
'cause your money's supposed to just flow.
Mhm.
So when we have these money blocks, it kind of stops, like, oh, and then it can't flow while we have these money blocks.
They can come from our past lives, but you know, like a lot of times, I mean, everybody's had all experiences. Some people have been extremely wealthy and then lost it all, and that can be so upsetting because you feel like, excuse me, you know,
Well,
like
oh, I'm so sorry, Rada, but what just came up for me was the vision of everyone having an abundance, and then all of a sudden somebody, like, say it's a parent or a grandparent passes away, and then their children get to make the decisions, the financial decisions on what's happening with that money. And then maybe all your stuff stops because those kids are like, nope, you don't get that anymore. So it's what is being shown to me is like a parallel, right, between our creator and our divine abundance, and then the separation when we came here to this earth, and that spiritual separation between our creator, and then those entities falling away and putting this veil over us and saying, oh, sorry, you don't get any of that anymore, we're making the decision for you.
mm-hmm.
Ooh. So everywhere that is, let's choose to run let's run who structures and what structures. Let's run who systems and what systems. We're going to run the big five energies on that, and everything that is times Godzilla. We choose to uncreate, destroy it all times Godzilla. So right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, focus, and beyonds.
Mm. Huge. I'm seeing it on everything, like how, yeah, it's just like,
Wow.
oof, but it's like wanting to lift up, wanting to lift off. I see the desire even for the universe to dissolve this. It's like enough is enough, even for the universe, like enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the universe wants to give you so much and so much. But when we have these other things that are out there blocking us and we don't consciously know about it, we've had a veil put over our eyes and over so many things in our lives. And so little by little, people like Rada and I, we get these downloads, we get these visions, right? Let's release that. So people are doing the work out there. It may not feel like it, but we're all connected. We're
Yeah.
all connected together, right? We're all sisters and brothers, born of the same woven cloth.
Mm.
And then there's these other hijackers that come in and they're like, nope, sorry, you don't get that because they're jealous of us.
Yeah, they're straight haters.
They're the true haters, right?
Oh my gosh, can we clear haters?
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
So let's do some money polls. Have you done that before, Rada? All right. So what you do is you can close your eyes, you can keep your eyes open, but you focus on one thing that you want money for. So or multiple things, right? So like I have multiple like business ideas, so I just kind of think about them. I put them like these little bubbles around me. When my eyes are closed, I'm like, okay, so this is for my retreat center, and this is for, this is for that, this is for that. Whatever you're needing to create money for. Maybe you want to have more silver and gold. Okay, so put that up there, right? So, okay, I want to create more silver and gold. I want to have, maybe you want some cryptocurrency, right? You want some cryptocurrency. Just, because we should have a um a portfolio, a financial portfolio. But anyways, people have very specific things. So maybe you want to buy a house, maybe you want a new car, maybe you need money for certain things, projects, whatever, okay? So you get an idea of all those things. And what you're doing is you're pulling money. You're literally pulling the energy because everything's energy. So you're pulling the energy through everything and every person. And if you think someone's blocking you, well, bring them forward, and then you start pulling the energy through them because it's like, thank you. It's energy is energy. It doesn't matter if it's negative or positive, it's still energy. So you're just pulling, 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 pulling from everything around you, from every house, from every car. I mean, everything. Okay. So just pull. You can imagine money flowing down to you, coins, you can imagine dollar bills, you could, I mean, however you want to imagine it, it's up to you. Okay, so you just keep pulling, 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 pulling until you feel like you've pulled enough, and then because it's going through your back, right, through your solar plexus, through your back, so it's just going through you, through you, through you, and then you're just like, all right, now you just push it all back with this currency, this flow of money, this flow of energy is just being pushed all the way back. So it releases those blockages. All right. So you can do that 100 times a day if you want to. It's just a really easy tool to use, especially like if you want to create classes for your courses, you can create, okay, this is my class. I want to pull money through there so that we get, the type of money we want, and then we're pulling it from every single person that's going to come to that class, and then we're pushing all of it back so they can get abundance with it.
Like giving back the abundance.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's very
So we pull it through us and then we give it back. So that's a really easy tool that we can use um anytime. Anytime. All right. So what's popping up now, Rada?
There's a really deep belief that, only evil people have money. So it's really a collective thing. I think
Yeah.
it's from the times of kings and queens and, like the collective feeling that they've been put out in the cold and, not cared for.
Yeah. Yeah. So only evil people have money, but what about the people that did actually have money and it was taken from them because they're evil? And
Mhm.
then it's just like, I mean, when you're talking about evil, it's like they can never have enough, right? They have this insatiable craving and hunger for power and need and control. So they'll never have enough. So whatever that is, let's just choose to uncreate and destroy all that times a gazillion. So we're going to run who structures, who systems, what systems. We're going to run the big five energies on that. And everything that is times a gazillion, choose to uncreate, destroy it all. So right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all names, shorts, boys, purpose, and beyonds, 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 beyonds. Whew.
Also, I don't think I mean, there's so many people also that have worked really hard and created abundance. People work, there are some people that are just extremely intelligent. Maybe they found their right niche and they earned it. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I really don't think it's cool when people are judging people because of their abundance. I think that's now, if they're using that money to hurt others, that's another story. But if they're creating it, well, they have a right to actually create it. And if you're putting a block on somebody else and saying, "Oh, they're evil because they have abundance," and then you're also doing it to yourself because what you're telling the universe is it's not okay.
Right.
You're trying to be like the master of the universe, and instead you're just blocking yourself. Like, let people be abundant. You know, I think in the future we're going to see a lot of people become very abundant with all the technologies coming out, and maybe they know how to use them properly. And I don't think we should ostracize people. We should celebrate, like, that's great, and I can't wait till it's my turn, you know, like, keep learning, keep educating, like, keep, you don't have to always go to college and get a PhD. You can learn so much on YouTube. There's so many tools out there. So what I'm trying to say is, when we put limitations on others, we are also putting limitations on ourselves. And I don't think that's cool, because you don't want to stop yourself from receiving because you have a prejudice. There's actually a prejudice against people that have abundance. Not cool.
Yeah, exactly. So as you were talking, something came up from a past life, 30 past lives ago for the collective. So let's see what happened. So column B, odd row, even row, 2. All right, so failure, helplessness, hopelessness. So this is hopelessness. 30 past lives ago. We don't know when that was, but let's just see what this is. Oh, this is having no expectation of good.
Ooh,
Wow.
wow. Well, it's a kind of like hopelessness.
Yeah, it's hopelessness, and then it's no, having no expectation of good. That goes based upon what you were just saying, like with the castle and with the stuff, and then like you have the kings and queens, and they rule everything, but then you have the peasants, and they're just like, well, this is the way it is. Like, we're never ever going to be able to get ahead because we're only allowed a siphon, or we're only allowed a certain amount. Like, that's why you had like all those the farmers and but I feel like they were limited. They were limited, and let me write this down. No
That
expectation.
trauma's coming back now, because you think about it, like, the farmers are getting harassed now.
Uh,
It wants to get into our food, into our, all the industry, and they want to kind of take it over. You know what I mean? So it's not too far from like a replay from the past. And it's, what is it? Charles Schwab says, "You will own nothing and you will be happy." Isn't that like the motto? Like, whoa, as if it couldn't be any more in your face than that. And so there is this kind of collective trauma of it resurfacing, like this past ideology is kind of coming back again. Like, you're just putting everybody back into being like servants, you know,
yeah, servitude.
collective servants.
Collective servants in collective slavery. I mean, that's what it's been. We have been enslaved for such a long time. So let's um let's release that energy of the collective slavery, the collective servitude, and then let's release the collectiveness of the hopelessness of having no expectation of good. So everything that is, we're going to run who structures and what structures. We're going to run who systems and what systems. We're going to run the big five energies on that, and everything that is. We're going to choose the uncreate and destroy it all. So right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povas, and beyonds. Oh, good. Wow.
Big.
That's still running. It's still running because I haven't yawned yet, and so it's still running. That's a big, big clearing right there. So let's give it just a little bit of time because
We can ask to rental done too.
yeah, we can run it till it's done. It's gonna that's kind yeah, it's the big one. It's gonna take a couple hours to run that one.
So that just means that, like, even if when we get off the call, the energy will continue to be like kind of like surfacing to clear. And so it's nothing to be afraid of. It's just going to continue to move through us so that it has the opportunity to leave, and that patterning can kind of break.
Yep. So it actually came up that it's gonna take 12 hours to run, so and to clear. So and there's no right or wrong for time, but this is a major, major thing. Some things are just like that, and others like, okay, hold on a second. We have so much more to like get through. So all right, perfect. Let's see what else we want to go through, Rada.
What about clearing out siphoning cords?
Okay.
I feel like there are these cords that are put into, like, they can be put in our root chakra, or they can it's kind of like a couple things. You can do like in a way destiny swapping. So like say you had relations with somebody and they were of a darker nature and their objective is to hook up with people to take their life force creative energy. And so you're giving away your power, your energy through those cords, but also your abundance because they manifest off of your energy. And so when they're hooked in, you're literally giving them the rights to access you. And then you wonder why you're not getting what you want, you know?
Well, I appreciate your contribution to this, Rada, because as you were talking, I'm getting that the siphoning cords were placed 900 past lives ago.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Mhm.
like a huge siphon, right? It's like we're all kind of connected to this. I don't
Mach-
know. It's a machine.
It's a machine. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's a machine of it's kind of like the fallen machine, and they need endless supply. Talk about narcissists. They need supply because
Yeah.
they can't generate organically. And
Yeah.
that's why some of the forced reincarnation stuff happens because they need cattle to
Yeah.
run, you know.
Exactly. So what came up for me was that rage against the machine.
Yeah.
And it is. We're gonna rage against it because like it's taken our free will. So this is all about our free will and getting our free will back, our
Yeah.
own sovereignty, right? So thank you for that. So the siphoning cords 900 past lives ago. Do we need to know anything else about that? No, we don't need to know anything else about that. So run the big let's run. Okay, so whose systems and what systems? Who's uh and what system, who structures and what structures. We're in the big five energies on that, and then everything that is, we choose to uncreate straight, all right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, both and beyond. And somebody was trying to stop me from running it because I couldn't think of what it was. I was like, wait, what? So they're like, they try to hijack my memory. But okay, so I burped a little bit with that one. That one's going through. So that one's okay, that one's done. So thankfully that one's done. Wow, okay. I feel like there's something else we need to do. I know we have these other two things that we want to talk about, but there's something else that we need to do. Let's focus on you, Rada. Let's focus on like the neck because what I'm picking up on is that you were strangled in a past life for having too much money. You were like, you were trying to like you're like I'm not going down without a fight. It was kind of like that. And so you were strangled in a past life. Let's see when that was. So 11 past lives ago.
Too long ago.
Not too long ago in the grand scheme of things, right? So do we need to know anything else about that? So no, we are going to clear that from you and let's clear it from everybody else who's been strangled or murdered or whatever from their money. So everything that is, we're going to choose to uncreate straight off. So right or wrong, good and bad, pon and pock, all natures, boy, clothing, and beyond. Oh, wow, 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 wow. That's good. Okay, so that's clearing, clearing, clearing. All right. So
Oh my God. Oh,
the, is it lightening up a little bit?
yeah. I'm like, oh,
Gosh.
invisible. It's also invisible. It was like invisible, like claws that was like, no, never again. Like, we won't let you get past a certain place. We're gonna keep you down, like that kind of energy.
Ugh. All right. So let's release that energy right now. So who structures what structures, whose system, what systems, big five energies, running all of that. And then everything that is, we're going to choose to uncreate straight off. Right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shores, boys, plovers, and beyonds.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Ooh.
whoa.
Okay, let's go into your ears now because it's like the hearing, like
Yeah.
the whispering, the whispering, the back talking or the talking behind the back, there's something else coming in that too. What is it? And if you tap into it, let me know. Because
I almost felt like it, like like something stabbed in my, especially my right ear for me, like a blockage that I don't know how that connects with the abundance, but
Well,
like I can't
we
hear.
know
I
that
can't hear all of a sudden. Like I couldn't hear for the past few years very well. I'm like, what's going on? I'm not
well, it's
going.
like a blockage, like it's almost like you're, you know, when someone comes up behind you and they
Yeah,
stab you with the needle and they inject something in there. So it's an yeah, that's what that is right there. So that's also from a past life. So wherever anybody else has had that, let's uncreate and destroy it all. So do we need to know what past life? Yeah. So let's past life for, well, I guess for Rada. So how
I'm
many?
sorry if I look crazy yawning. It's just it's some deep stuff, and I can feel it physically in my body coming up right now. But be
Yeah.
glad because this is also clearing for you too. So it's
Yeah.
on behalf of all of us.
It is, and that's why these are so important because we're all connected. So this is from 70 past lives ago, and it's the hearing and oh, and the injection. So sorry, and injection. So it's the injection and the hearing. Do we need to know anything else about that? No. All right. So we are going to run whose systems, what systems, who structures, what structures, run the big five energies on that, and everything that is, we're going to choose to uncreate and destroy it all. So right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shores, please pull the beyond. Wow.
I was right. I am like blown away. Oh,
Is that better now? Is it better now?
oh. Yeah, I feel inner movement. It's almost like and it only came the past few years. So it's almost like that life trying to reinforce that oppression into
Mm,
me because it's almost like I bursted some kind of I broke some chains. So it's
okay.
like they want to come back and kind of reinforce some.
Well, let's release the oppression. Let's
Mhm.
release that oppression. So everything where we've all felt oppressed, let's choose to uncreate from this life and past lives, other dimensions, other parallel lives. Let's choose to uncreate and destroy it all. So right or wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povas, and beyonds. Mm. Oh wow. Mm.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a double yawn.
You
Wow.
we're touching on some big stuff, you guys. So if we just look like crazy yawning machines, it's because it's not just for us. We're also tapping into the collective and it's just like feeling it through us, you know?
Huh. Yeah, for sure. All right. So anything else? So I'm getting no. So, so Rada, how about um I'm not getting that I can release anything else right now, but what I am getting is that if you can download us with our original soul blueprints and then just downloading us with the abundance is our natural state from our creator, maybe those two things, that those are really big downloads, and then we can end with those. Does that sound good?
And as we're doing this, I just want to say like there is like a rainstorm here that just happened. And it is like beyond a shower. It's like a waterfall outside, you
Yeah.
guys. So I feel like there's some kind of blockage clearing, and this is like a cleansing. So
Oh,
okay. So the download that wants to come in,
mm,
wow, it's very simple.
mhm.
So creator's saying, I know how to return to my natural state of divinity and abundance. I know how to, when to, that it's possible to, and that I am worthy and deserving of coming back to my original blueprint of divinity and abundance. And we're downloading it mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, etherically, financially, sexually, on all levels, on all lifetimes, past, present, future, and parallel lifetimes, through all time, space, and history, through creator's perspective and understanding, and our understanding is the same. Take a deep breath and feel that new energy coming in, like, and let it come in as it's cleansing us from within our being. There is a renewal that is desiring for everyone here. It is our true divine blueprint from the creator, and just open to receive that. You can receive it straight from source. It's not coming from me, it's coming from the divine. So for you, whatever it is that you call a source, you can just ask that source to open to receive that, and really start to feel that expansion. I just feel like even our shoulders like we want to kind of move just a little bit. We're restructuring from inside out, and you can open to receive. And now I'm imagining a pillar of light coming through all of us. This pillar of light is straight from the divine, from the heart of the creator of all that is, moving through our vessel, moving through our DNA, our RNA, through every cell of our body, through every system in our body, every codon, every helix, and through our blood and our bones and our organs, and through our lymphatic system, through all of the liquids and fluids in our body, all the way down to our feet. And as we're anchoring this in, it's going down back to Mother Gaia, all the way through the earth and through the many layers of Mother Gaia. It's going back down, 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 through the crystal core of the earth, where we can now feel this beautiful crystal. I see it as a round crystal, and anything that you want to release now, just purge it out. Just command to purge it out. Let it fall through your crystalline light all the way down to the crystal core, speeding, moving at the speed of light now. And this energy is being transmuted, purified, and returned back to original source energy for your divinity, for your body to upgrade with the new codes that are coming in. So that energy is coming back up through the beautiful crystalline pillar of light and into your body again. And you're just going to anchor it. Anchor, lock, and seal. And we're just going to say run till done. Take a few cleansing breaths. You can really feel the energy moving, really feeling that crystalline embodiment. Your true divinity is encoded with this crystalline light and these crystalline codes. So that divine remembrance is going to spark something new within you that already exists, but it's like that. We've been frozen, so there's been a dormant time. So now we're reawakening, reactivating, recalibrating to our highest frequency and divinity, going with that pure divine flow that is the truth of who we are. We are eternally abundant. We are eternally loved, and we are eternally cared for. We just have to remember and receive now. It's just about receiving. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's done, 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 done.
Oh, wow. Whew, that was such a powerful download. I could feel the support through my hands, the support from our creator. And then I just felt like my arms still feel shaky because it was like so much. My arms are like kind of shaky, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Wow. Whew. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. We really love to be of service. You know, Amanda and I are doing a lot of amazing things together. We do them behind the scenes, but we're going to bring them more forward for you. You know, we want to share this in a bigger way with you all. So we'll probably open up a group where you can tune in, and we'll probably do like a little mini clearing, you know, every week. so.
Yeah.
Maybe one belief clearing or something like that. So it'll be wonderful. So keep, stay tuned and we'll be having that soon. But most importantly, we just want to say that you are so loved, you're so lovable, and that you're so worthy and deserving of all, not the word blessings, or all the goodness, all the divinity, all
Your
the abundance.
birthright.
Yeah,
Your
your
birth.
birthright. You're worthy of your birthright. That is true. So you have to remember and reclaim. And Amanda, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Um, no, I mean, I think we pretty much hit everything, and I'm glad that we focused on just a few things because they were such major, major blockages. And I just, this is going to be epic. This is amazing. And like I said, or like we said before, some of the energies are still going to be running for 12 hours. You may feel them, you may not. It's not a big deal, but make sure you drink lots of water today. Do some self-care and
Yes.
start maybe journaling a little bit too, based upon like what you're feeling during this session. And then let us know what you envisioned, what you felt, and put it into the comments so that we can go back and look at them and respond. Thank you guys so much.
Well, it's thundering out here, so we're probably going to get disconnected, but we are already connected divinely so. So thank you so much for joining all. Bye. Until next time.